Okay, for today's lesson, you can see that we are on the guided practice of lesson 19. If you have not already done the example problem and number 16 through 18 on your own, if you did not try that on your own, please stop this video and I want you to take about 5 or 10 minutes of your math time today to go back and try those 3 problems all by yourself. Okay? All by yourself. I know you can continue to sit here and listen to me do this and just copy down everything that I'm saying to you. And I can't stop you from doing that. But if you're going to be ready to do this on your own, I would strongly suggest that you stop the video now, try those 3 problems, and then come back to the video and see how you've done. I'm going to begin with the example. Insert parentheses to make the following equation true. So what they've given you is a math problem that is currently not correct. If I solve 15 minus 7 minus 2, because subtraction is the same in order of operations, then we just work from left to right like reading a book. Okay? So, since they're both subtraction, I'm going to work from left to right. 15 minus 7 is 8. So then I do 8 minus 2, which is 6. So that is not a true statement. So what they had to do was to figure out, and I know you've had problems like these before, you have to figure out where you can put those parentheses to make it correct. So it was either going to be around 15 minus 7, or it was going to be around 7 minus 2. Okay? So what they did is probably tried both. They did 15 minus 7 minus 2. Got 15 minus 7 was 8. And then 8 minus 2 is 6. So that does not work. So then they moved the parentheses to around 7 minus 2. So you would do that first. Then you would have 15 minus 5, which does in fact equal 10. So this would have been the correct way, this second way, to put the parentheses into that problem to make the solution true. So number 16 says, Carol sells bracelets and pairs of earrings at a craft fair. Each item sells for $8. So the bracelets and the earrings, everything's $8. Write and evaluate. 2 steps. Write and evaluate. So write the equation and solve it. Write and evaluate an expression to show how much money Carol will make if she sells 23 bracelets and 7 pairs of earrings. This problem is very much like the popcorn and drink problem at the movie theater way back on day 1. So if she sells 23 bracelets and they're $8 each, that's 23 or 8 23 times, or 23 times 8. If she sells 17 pairs of earrings, and they're also $8 each, that's 17 times 8. To know how much money she's going to make then altogether, you would first do 17 times 8 and 23 times 8, then add them together. So to solve this problem, I'm going to do 23 times 8 and 17 times 8. And then I'm going to add those together. Checking my math here. Oh, what was I doing? Whoopsies. See, that's why I gotta check my math. 8 times 7 is 56. Goodness. So she made $320. Those parentheses are absolutely necessary because you first have to figure out how much 23 bracelets would make and how much 17 earrings would make. Then add your totals together, just like the movie theater problem, or the popcorn and drink problem. All right, number 17, write numerical expressions for. Here's where they're going to give you the words, and you have to write the expression for it. So let's start with the first one. The product of 3 and 2 plus 7. The product of, it means the answer of these two numbers. So those two numbers have to be done first. So product means multiply. So 3 times 2 and then plus 5. All right, and then our second one is 3 times the sum of, that's the answer. So the sum of, that's adding, 2 and 5. Then it wants to know which one has a greater value. So now we have to solve them. So parentheses first, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 5 is 11, 2 plus 5 is 7, times 3 is 21. So the second expression is greater. So 3 times 2 plus 5 is less than 3 times 2 plus 5. Look at that, all the same numbers. 3, 2, and 5. They did that on purpose. Look, same order. 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. And then look at this. Even times times. Adding, adding. All in the exact same order. Goes to show you that parentheses completely changes the solution to the problem. Okay? And last, number 18. Which expression represents the quotient of, answer to a division problem. The quotient of 10 and 2 plus 3. Circle the letter of the correct answer. Oh, no, not the first one. Not the second one. Oh, it's the last one. It's not this one. That's multiplying. Remember, 10 over 2 is an improper fraction, but it also means 10 divided by 2, or cut up into. Okay? Jason chose A as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? Oh. He found the sum of 2 and 3 first. Then he would have divided. He did not group the correct numbers. Okay, so your practice for today, what you're going to submit to me is page, let me pull it back. You are going to submit to me page 209, number 1, and number 2. Now, I'm only asking you to do 2 problems today. The reason for that is I want you to really focus on them and do them very well. As you can see, we are at our kind of independent practice portion. We only have this last page for you to do by yourself. And on Tuesday's lesson, we are going to do this independent practice. So on Tuesday, I will be going over this with you, and you will be completing page 210 on your own. After that, you can expect a Google form with some kind of assessment type questions, because we will have reached the end of lesson 19. So I'm going to want to take a look and see where you're at. So Again, your only homework for today, only independent practice for today, is page 209, numbers 1 and 2. I want you to do them very, very well. When you're finished, just take a picture of those two problems and send it to me.